Greetings, Cleveland. This is Hollywood Kids, the show that spotlights some of Cleveland's most talented and gifted kids. Kids who dream, kids who soar, kids who one day could make that journey from Cleveland to Hollywood. I'm your host, Cornell H. Calhoun III, and our guest today is actress Aliyahna Nicole Small. Ali, welcome to Hollywood Kids.
Hey.
Thanks for coming on. So tell us, who is Aliyahna Nicole Small?
I would say she's really creative, self-driven, compassionate, and fun.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
And what school do you attend now?
I attend Hawken Upper School.
Now, I understand that you were in a production at Hawken Upper School recently. Tell us about that.
So it was Wizard of Oz, and I played as the Winkies, a jitterbug, and I was a part of the ensemble where I sung and danced mainly the whole time.
Something you're good at, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like most about Hawken Upper School?
I like humanities. We talk about like the diverse things that's happening now in the world, and the non-traditional history, like Black history, and not the traditional history that's taught in the past.
And what do you least like about school?
It would have to be physics, because I don't like science at all, and it's just too many formulas to comprehend.
Too many formulas, huh? Now, when did you start performing?
I started performing when I was around like 12 years old, when we filmed Uber Holiday.
And how did you get into performing?
I got into it by you, Mr. Calhoun. My first film ever was with you, like officially, and that's when I really started to get more into it.
So, what do you like most about performing?
I like to entertain the audience and see their reaction because it makes me feel good in a special way.
And if you had a dream character, if there was a dream character that you were going to portray, who would she be?
It would be Annie, because in the talent aspect, she had the ability to sing, dance, and act. And at a young age, I just found that to be inspiring because she was really talented, and I could see a lot of myself in her because she's a Black girl.
Do you watch a lot of TV series?
Yes, sometimes.
So are there performers that you admire, that you would like to aspire to be like? Can you name anyone?
It would be Marseille Martin, because in like all her shows and movies such as Little and Blackish, she was like really entertaining and fun to watch, and she's also became really successful over the years and made many changes at a young age.
What strengths do you think you portray as a performer that are important?
Having energy and my confidence when I get on stage.
And where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. It's just like, I just know I have to have it to give what I need to bring to the show, like the film.
Okay. We have a clip of Ms. Small in the award-winning play Central's Lyrics. Let's take a look at it.
The heart of a woman is soft as it is silent while searching for someone who is sincere, someone who can soothe the pain.
So you're a woman now, huh?
Ma'am, I have to help Cupcake.
I know you up in my room going through my things.
I was just curious about...
Were you looking for something in particular? Herbs, charms, poisons, dials, stick pins?
No, ma'am. I was just partial to your pretty wardrobe and...
Don't be coy with me now, child. It does not fit you.
Before you came, I used to hide in that room. It used to be Otis Small's old room. I felt safe in there, even if sometimes I wasn't.
Hide from who? I have to guess.
Someone I thought loved me.
I know what you were looking for.
I wasn't gonna use it, honest.
Who you tell?
No one. Cupcake told me.
You tell her where it was in my room?
No.
Don't you lie, gal.
I'm not. I didn't even tell her I saw it. I didn't tell anyone. So, how long have you been traveling?
About as long as you've been breathing. You 13? About that long.
You looking for someone?
I was.
Do you have family?
I had a daughter, Warina.
Warina. Where is she now?
She gone.
Gone where?
She killed herself.
Why was she...
Someone hurt her, and she didn't want to face that hurt or that person no more, so she killed herself. I never suspected, and she never told me. I found her journal hidden away in a bookshelf 2 weeks after she done it.
How did she...
She used what you were looking for when you were upstairs going through my things.
Ma'am,
You know where it is now. If anybody else ever tries to hurt you again, use it.
That was an incredible performance. How much do you remember about that play? It was actually shot right here in the City Hall Rotunda.
It was actually my favorite play because it was a play and I played the big lead, basically. And it was really suspenseful and it was something different.
And do you remember an incident in that happened to us in that play? You want to tell the audience?
So actually at the end of the play, I was supposed to be like shooting a gun, but I was holding my hands up and to shoot the gun, but the sound effect never went off. And I just had to wait and just like play it off and act normal. So I just was shaking to make it look normal, like it was a part of the play. But then the sound effect happened like minutes after.
Right,
So
several minutes after.
Yeah, but it ended up being cool, so.
That's when I knew you were going to be a great performer, because for someone that young to have the wherewithal to stay in character no matter what, because that was a long wait. And the only thing that really saved us is that when it aired, we were able to edit it so that the audience, not the live audience was out there, but anyone who watched it on TV afterwards had no idea that, that was an incident that happened. So,
Yeah.
Hats off to you. I was so proud. I was so proud of you for that. So, and what do you think you learned from that experience, Ali?
I learned that there's always going to be growth no matter what, and no matter how I perform, but I just know I can get better. Always get better. So we're going to take a clip, we're going to take a look at a clip of you doing a monologue called Girls that you were nice enough to come in and do for us. So let's take a look at Ali in a monologue she performed called Girls. Every girl deserves dreams. Every girl. Every girl deserves the opportunity to become anything she wants without scrutiny, persecution, or judgment. If not for a lifetime, for a moment. Within her dreams, she can hide from the ugliness in the world. Pain and sorrow are not welcome here in these few precious moments. Although apprehension looms, fascinating discoveries await. Every girl deserves dreams. Every girl. Bright, bold, brilliant, colorful blues, yellows, reds, pinks, as far as her eyes can see. Dreams that embrace her, like a mother's love, faded, distant, and discarded. Even the homely, lonely, bullied girl can find happiness in her dreams, where she is truly loved. Every girl deserves a dream where she is beautiful, loved, safe, nurtured. Every girl.
Great job again. You're just turning into a superstar. Tell us the nature of that monologue. How did you feel about performing that monologue? What did it touch you? Did it mean anything to you?
It meant a lot to me because I practiced and practiced for a long time until I got it right and down packed. But I feel like I do monologues better than like actual plays, like by itself, because I just feel like it's my time to shine. So I just make it my
It's your
best.
time to shine. It's like when I used to tell you it was what?
My debut.
Right, your debut, right. So what's the difference between performing in a film and performing in a play?
In a play, it's more in the moment, and I just know like, oh, I can't mess up. They're right there.
Right.
And in a film, I know that it can be edited, but the camera's in my face, just like, it just creates a different type of nervousness. And I just don't like it.
But you do so well in either or.
Yeah, but plays is just better.
You like plays better?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the audience right in my face, so it gives a different effect.
What qualities do you think you possess that makes you an outstanding performer?
I would say when I have to bring it, I actually bring it into the table, and my energy and my confidence, and it just builds who I am on stage.
And are there any people that you think have contributed to your growth as a performer and as a young lady?
I would say you, Mr. Calhoun, because you gave me many opportunities to show what I could do in the different films and plays you put me in. And my mom, because she's allowing me to take these opportunities, and she just leads me on throughout the journey.
Now, your father is a photographer, right?
Yes.
And haven't you dabbled in taking some photography, taking some shots and stuff, right?
Yes.
Do you have your own camera?
Not yet. I use his, but it's not like officially mine. But this year I'm taking film production, photography, and graphic design in school, and I should be doing that throughout the whole year.
So do you take a lot of photos?
Yes.
Do you have a preference of what you like to shoot? I mean, what subjects, or it doesn't really matter?
Like of people. Like I usually do like events with my dad, and we take pictures of like the events and like people at like parties and stuff. And I just set up everything and help him out.
Do you ever do any videography too? Or
not yet. I see him do it, but I want to do it, but I haven't done one yet.
And is there a special camera? Is there a type of camera that you want to obtain, or it doesn't matter? Whatever Whatever you get, you'll take.
As long as it's good quality.
Okay. So I think your first film a silent story?
It was Uber Holiday.
It was Uber Holiday. But we have a clip of Silent Story that we're going to show. And actually, your mother, Miss Randline Porch, was a part of that film. So let's take a quick look at A Silent Story. I just got to give you props all the time. You just you just amaze me. And your mother was phenomenal in that. I think that might have been the first time she had ever performed, right?
Yeah, it was.
So where will we see Miss Aliyahna Nicole Small in the future? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What do you want to pursue?
I want to be a graphic designer, an activist, a Black activist, an actress, and a journalist. And I just want to be actively changing the world in a way.
And so why are you compelled to be an activist? Why is that important to you? And define what an activist is to you.
Basically realizing what's happening in the world right now and like actually wanting to be that change because there's nothing else like changing it right now. Mm-hmm. And I could just I know about history, like Black history, and I read about stuff that's happened in the past years. And I just know that I don't want that to happen again, and I could be the person to change that.
And what topics are important to you as a potential activist? And I know you're going to be a good one. If there was something you wanted to speak on today that you wanted to change, what would that be?
I wouldn't even just say inequality. I would say inequity.
Okay.
Because it's a big problem right now, and like just the criminal justice. And
if you could only, so you said activist, an actress, and a
designer,
and a graphic designer, and a journalist. Mm-hmm. If you could only select one, what would it be?
An activist.
And why? Do you think that's most important?
Because it's something that I always wanted to do, and like journalism plays a big role in that.
Right.
So that's connected, and I just feel like I was just made to be an activist.
You was made to be an activist. Okay.
I like acting too, though. That can be a side job.
Yeah, that'd be a side job. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on my show today, Hollywood Kids.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you, and I know we'll be working together in
the
near future. Okay.
Okay.
So that's it, Cleveland. I'd like to thank my guest, Aliyahna Nicole Small, for stopping by TV20 today. I'm your host, Cornell Calhoun III, for TV20 and Cleveland's Hollywood Kids. And to all the Cleveland kids out there, remember, trust, dream, soar.